Alright guys, back with another video. As promised, this one's going to be a little bit shorter. This one is basically going to be just discussing the missing six, as I like to call them. There are still six canon creatures that have not been, confirmed in the game, and honestly, at this point, are probably not going to be at launch. And which is funny because it's a quite a coincidence. They're all from Camp Cretaceous. Funny enough. So what we're gonna do is just scroll down. Matter of fact, actually, I can just type it. I can type it. So we're just gonna start with ABC. I'm trying to remember them ABC order, but I'm just gonna type them as we go along. Just whichever one pops up in my head at the moment. I know it's six. So Nothosaurus, and I mean also this one I want to return the most. It's just Camp Cretaceous again. Season 4 or 5 had more. I would say had more bad than good. Season 4 and 5 were definitely a mixed bag. I'm gonna be honest with you. But one of the things I do love about season 5 is this Nothosaurus. Again, I thought it was Tanystropheus at first. I was like, maybe this is their version of Tanystropheus. I wasn't sure what it was. I'm like, its neck isn't long enough for Tanystropheus. So when Darius, like, I think it's an Nothosaurus, I literally went to Google. I'm like, okay, what is an Nothosaurus? So this is a creature from the Triassic period. Pretty cool. Like I don't know, I like the design. I like the color. I love the color. Hell, the eyes too. It just looks very intimidating. This is a very menacing looking animal. It really sucks. This is one of the ones I was really hoping returned. I thought it was gonna be one of the ones to return. Again, it kind of sucks. Another one is Tyrannosaurus. Again, canon creature, Camp Cretaceous season 3. Its first debut, with a pretty solid design. Honestly, one of the more, argue one of the more accurate designs. It's quite strange. Again, I know there's a lot of the Hadrosaurs, and I feel like this is the only one to where it was too unique to just kind of like it can't use the same animation like a Parasaurolophus would or like a Corythosaurus. Because I feel like even a Iguanodon and a Montosaurus could maybe share some kind of animations, maybe as far as like defending their young, if that's something that they do. We're still yet to see, but I, there's enough of them to make something work. While the Tyrannosaurus is just its own unique thing, so I can kind of see that, but it still sucks. Another one right here, number 3, Pachyrhinosaurus. Now, I've already discussed in another video. I feel like they're gonna save this one for again. I have to assume a Chaos Theory DLC at this point. It's a lot of people were thinking it wasn't probably going to be likely, but with these certain creatures missing, it's kind of the only way. I feel like that's how they're going to bring them back. I kind of just don't see any other way. It could maybe even be part of a free update. Like you'll be buying some of the dinosaurs if you really want them in variants. But I feel like it's just for like a free update. They'll probably give us some of these back just because. Again, that's not something I can confirm, but it's possible. It's very possible. Another one being make sure I'm not skipping one. So that's definitely that was number 3. Where's number 4? I mean, what's strange? Scorpius Rex return. It's funny. This list could have been a missing 7. That's odd. This list really could have been a missing 7. So we already went over Pachyrhinosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, and Nothosaurus. There's 3 more. Oh yeah, Monolophosaurus, which see, I really like this skin. Obviously, we have the, Camp Cretaceous skin, which, I just use mainly for the females. But yeah, again, this is one of the few, it's like you have Dilophosaurus, you have Monolophosaurus, You got the double crested lizard, single crested lizard. It's just, I don't know, I feel like it just added again, that uniqueness. And again, I like this design, and it was a brand new dinosaur to Camp Cretaceous. Not just to Camp Cretaceous, but the franchise in general. I think this, and then this that's something I will talk about more in my Camp Cretaceous review in general. But any of the flaws, I think the show should be at least be given credit to introducing us to a lot of new dinosaurs, to the franchise and to some people, again, just in general. I hadn't really even, again, I had never heard of Nothosaurus, and I think I may have heard of Monolophosaurus maybe once in my life, but not enough to remember. So yeah, this is one of those creatures, again, very unique. But Jungosaurus. Now, I'm pretty confident in this one returning again. Really, I'm confident in all of these returning. I feel like all of these going to return no matter what in some shape or form. Again, more than likely a Camp Cretaceous DLC. I mean, not Camp Cretaceous, a Chaos Theory DLC. And we still got to take into account like skins for like Smoothie, and I've heard people say Bumpy isn't in here. But again, she could be in here by now, I'm sure. Kentrosaurus. Again, another canon species. Go find Pierce. There we go. Yeah, and I feel like, again, this could be something that they do for Chaos Theory. It could be like, I feel like some of these creatures, again, I feel like Pierce or probably Kentrosaurus as a whole will probably be a free returning species along with the Chaos Theory pack that you'll have to pay for. So I feel like we'll get some of these guys back free. So you'll get some free ones back, but you also will have the option to buy more. Again, I don't know for sure. It seems very likely. And actually, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Let me go make sure I'm missing anyone. Oh, right. Number 6 isn't even on here. Number 6, we have the Beckel Spinax. And that's another dinosaur to, again, I was like, what the hell is this? And that was a pretty cool one. I don't have a picture of it. I'll have to post it on my channel. That's the one thing I forgot. Well, I didn't forget about it. I was just like, I knew there was 6. But so I'm scrolling, I'm like, where's number 6 and where's number 6? I'm like, oh wait, it was never even in this game because we never got a Chaos Theory DLC. So yeah, Beckel Spinax is another one. This is a canon dinosaur at this point. Again, very unique. I had no idea what that thing was. Even as I'm a 27-year-old adult, let alone most kids or teenagers probably watch that show. So yeah, that's the 6th missing species. Again, Beckel Spinax, I'll have to post if anyone who hasn't seen it, but if you have seen it, you know what it looks like. But I'm still going to post it anyways. But I feel like now I just want to talk about how I feel like they'll return. Every other free update, it just makes no sense. Like I like to do it maybe every other month or every few weeks, just drop one species at a time. Let me put this. To add all the missing species, especially canon, they would have to do that every other month or every few weeks or every other pack. I just feel like, this is just me speaking from my opinion. If I was to not even resell them, but if I was to give out the missing species, let's say Ouranosaurus should be free, Nothosaurus, Monolophosaurus. And I'm pretty sure the Parasaurolophus Lux skins are already in there. So yeah, I'm just going to say Nothosaurus, Ouranosaurus, Monolophosaurus. I feel like those should be free. Or at the very least, no. And I do feel like the Majungasaurus, the Dressrosa Evolution variant, I feel like that should also be free. Let me make sure this one I'm not missing. Oh, and the Pachyrhinosaurus. Yes, I feel like those 5, the Evolution Pachyrhinosaurus, Majungasaurus, Ouranosaurus, both variants, Nothosaurus and Monolophosaurus, I feel like those should be free. I don't feel like we should have to pay for those again. If we do, we need to at least we better have both variants. Now with Beckel Spinax, the variants of Suchomimus, you see, what are the specifically new species? Because honestly, the only new species really The only new species is Beckel Spinex. So yeah, I'm gonna. You know what, guys? The more I think about it, I feel like they're probably gonna sell us a lot of these back. Like we're probably gonna be paying for the suit. I know we're gonna be paying for the Suchomimus variants. I don't think it's gonna be part of a free update. So we'll be paying for the Suchomimus variants, Beckel Spinex. We'll be paying for the Pachyrhinosaurus and Majungasaurus. But at the very least, again, Nothosaurus, Oranosaurus, Monolophosaurus. Did I ever say Monolophosaurus? And Optosaurus. Those should be free. So yeah, again, this could go. I don't. Technically, they could always make us pay for all of them again, but I just feel like they will give us at least half of them, or at least the variants for the existing ones. Again, like okay, so new dinosaurs to Chaos Theory, but already have existing variants in the game. I feel like at those at the very least should be free. And again, like Nothosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, Monolophosaurus. Because realistically, it's not going to be free. I wouldn't even expect that. They're going to make their money regardless. But that's about it for this video. I'm going to get ready to drop the other one in just a few minutes. Find a picture of Beckel Spinex. But yeah, I hadn't posted much last week. I just, work and again, school. I'm going to be a lot more consistent about it this week. I got a few more videos I got to drop now that I know how to record off my game. So, yeah, I'll be doing some park tours. Maybe a custom challenge mode, just for old time's sake before we go into Evolution 3. But, yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up, and I will see y'all in the next one.